everybody. Thank you. I have some friends. I cheated. I got my friends to come so that it would feel like a fuller room for me. But so thank you guys. I've been coming to 1 Million Cups for a few months, and I finally willed the courage to share my story with you. I'm a family law and divorce attorney. My name is Daugherty. When I started college at Florida State University, I attended a Methodist campus ministry. It was super close-knit. It was a super loving community. We had Sunday worship services that were loud and enthusiastic. We had Wednesday nights that were quiet with just a few girls meeting together. And it was in this community that my friends and I found the safety to share our secrets with one another. And in those secrets, in those intimate times, I learned that a few of my friends had been raped by their boyfriends. And I learned that a few of my friends had been assaulted by their trusted friends, and that some of my friends had been abused by their parents. Now I'm going to bring you back. Wiggle your toes in your shoes. It's okay. My friends told me how they struggled with the guilt of how they dealt with those situations, and the anger at how their abusers treated them, and how they felt every day that those thoughts came back to them. So they struggled with depression just because those thoughts came back every single day. But I knew that it wasn't their fault. And I knew that I had to do something, because over 4 years of college, those stories built up, and there were more and more stories. So I joined the Victims Advocate Program to teach and educate and support other college students in my college. I had never been a victim, thankfully, but I was there to support people who had. It still wasn't enough. So in 2009, when I graduated, my incredible husband supported me, and we moved all our stuff to St. Louis, and I went to law school, because when I went to law school, I had this starry-eyed dream. I was going to be a super attorney, and I, single-handedly, was going to solve all their problems, and also become a hotshot environmental lawyer. Life doesn't actually work that way. So my first job out of law school was at Legal Aid, where I represented migrant farm workers in suing to get their fair wages and in dealing with some of their immigration problems. So this job was an awesome experience. I learned to actually speak Spanish. Charlaba con mis clientes sobre sus casos. It was awesome. And I just completely fell in love with their immigration stories, why they came to America, and how they found the courage to leave their homes. I also learned to relish the fast-paced game of litigation. It's breathtaking. There are always depositions, motions, case law, negotiations, ugly emails from mean attorneys, all these things to deal with all the time, and it was so much fun. My role shifted eventually, and I dealt with half litigation and half my job was recruiting volunteer family law attorneys to come take cases for free. So what I learned from this experience was that for every one volunteer attorney, there are at least 100 single moms and grandparents in desperate need of family law representation for free. My heart broke for my clients because of their seemingly helpless situation. And at the same time, I saw that my attorneys were so burnt out. They had nothing left to give. So I started hosting legal aid clinics. So every month, I trained new attorneys, and every month, clients would come. We'd print out court forms, we'd inch them along through their cases. We'd inch them along. So for the clients, for some of them, it meant that they did really well in their cases. For some cases, it really just bought them time because they couldn't really handle the courtroom. And for me, and we were able to get them attorneys, and for me it meant that we turned nobody away. So here I am now in Colorado. I've worked at an immigration law firm, and for the past year I've done almost exclusively family law and restraining order cases through my own firm, Daugherty Law, LLC. I handle custody, divorce, adoption, guardianship, and occasional immigration cases, mostly citizenship and falling in love, the fun stuff. I finally get to help people like my friends who, I get to help them by helping them avoid future abuse with divorce, custody, and restraining orders. But I help so much more than just abuse clients. I help all kinds of people, and in many different kinds of cases. I help my clients to see clearly and make smart decisions in their cases, and my clients always know when to settle and when to fight in court. And when they need to fight in court, I'm their secret weapon. My name is Mary Daugherty. I'm a family law attorney, and I love what I do. Thank you so much for having me this morning.